can you spare some change? He was dirty and smelly and nasty, and I said, sure, I can spare some change. I gave him what little coinage I had in my pocket, and I bid him adieu. And then I walk up a few flights of stairs. I see more homeless people. People who are just laying around and not really doing much. People who appear to be in pain. People who appear to have some kind of issue with themselves, as far as emotionally, physically, something. And then I walk up and I see the bright lights of the Pantages Theater, and it was really a interesting duality. I see all of the people walking up and down the Walk of Fame with all of the stars on the sidewalk. And it hits me that Hollywood is such a wonderful amalgamation of the highs and the lows of life. You have the tourists who, because they're going out to Hollywood, they're doing okay, they're doing well. They're able to afford a ticket to go to Hollywood. They're able to ooh and ah at all of the stars on the Walk of Fame. You have the well-off who go and dine at those establishments on Hollywood and Vine. I personally dined at a place called the Wood and Vine, which I really, really enjoyed. I do recommend the scallop and pork belly. Delicious plate. Interesting, though. Not used to the portions. Portions were smaller than I'm used to, but you know, it's Hollywood, baby. It's Hollywood. So as I'm walking down the block, I see couples. I see people hand in hand walking down the street, and I just think, man, these people, they feel the magic of Hollywood. They feel the magic of over 100 years of Hollywood enjoyment, of the movies that were so critical in bringing us out of the Depression, to the wonderful epics that have been produced. You go to the movies, and I go at least 5 or 6 times a year. And you go to the movies, and you escape for like 2 hours. There's nothing like a movie. And no matter how technologically advanced we get, there is always a movie theater. And I hope those never go away. Because there is something about Hollywood, the magic of Hollywood, that draws people in, that makes people hope, that makes people believe in something more than themselves. That Hollywood sign, those stars on the Walk of Fame, those stars were people just like you and me, and they were immortalized on a sidewalk. Granted, it's a sidewalk that is littered with gum and cigarette butts, but they're still immortalized on a sidewalk because of their many wonderful performances, because of those times they took us away to a different place, those times that we all value. And something else, when I walked into the Pantages, it was like I was transported to this wonderful era of Hollywood. I mean, remember when Hollywood was just the center of glamour, the center of everything that is glamorous. And you walk into the Pantages, and it is right there for you. In the architecture, in the art, in the carpeting, in the people who help you, all dressed in shirts, ties, and vests. It's where Hollywood magic comes back. It's where you feel the amazing draw of yesteryear. And you feel what just... It's hard to explain the magic that comes with Hollywood. And yet there is a disparity. There are those many stories of people coming from near and far, from as far as a world away, trying to make it in Hollywood, and ending up like that poor homeless gentleman that I saw, who was asking me very humbly for spare change. Hollywood is an emotional Las Vegas type place. It is where basically instead of betting on the reels, you bet on yourself. You bet on yourself to go far. You bet on yourself to make enough money to get out of your current situation, or get your parents out of a situation, or get into some kind of stability and security doing what you love. Now, granted, I am doing what I love here, but I had to come to a hard realization. I cannot do it for a living. But you know what? Not very many people can. That's why there are only a few blocks on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Because even those people, they're few and far between in comparison to all the people who have ever lived and died here on this earth. So, that being said, I have to say that Hollywood is my type of place. I mean, it is every walk of life there in Hollywood. It's the hopers, the dreamers, the lovers, the haters, the disenchanted, and the enchanted. The people who believe that anything is possible if a producer or a director looks your way and you fit their part. Or the people who go to 100 different auditions and don't get a single callback. When I went into the radio field and I went out and looked for a job, I was hit with a sobering reality that I'm not special. There are millions of people out there who are trying to do what I do, or what I was attempting to do. And even my geography, even being so close to Hollywood, even being so close to the epicenter of entertainment, did not give me an advantage. Even though I am very confident in what I do, and I'm extremely confident in everything that I perform, I am proud of every single broadcast I do and have ever done, even the terrible ones. I must realize that even though I am close to Hollywood, I am still very, very far away from being what I thought I would be when I was about 8 years old. I thought I would be the replacement for Vin Scully. Vin Scully retired last year, and guess what, folks? I'm not calling Dodger games. But yet, still hanging out in Hollywood, it gave me this feeling of hope that your fortunes can change in an instant. It's like an emotional Las Vegas, as I said before. Your fortunes can change, and all of a sudden, you can be a star. I felt that magic at the Pantages. I felt that magic walking down the street, looking at all of the stars immortalized on the Walk of Fame. And I felt that magic coming from the people who were visiting Hollywood and who were enjoying the same feelings that I was. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 2 of the Random Internet Radio Show. As you know, this show will go down tonight, will be taken off, and will be broken into separate podcasts for you to enjoy Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. So for all of us, meaning myself and DJ Catechus, this has been great, this has been fun, and this has been the Random Internet Radio Show. Much love to all the listeners, much love to Darren and everybody else who has made this show possible. Thank you, and until next week, good night. It's from the Indie Star Network Studios, located in the high deserts of Southern California. This is good evening and welcome to the debut of The World of Wayne. I'm Wayne.
I'm Lily.
And we're here to...
The radio sucks.
Gentlemen. This is Ellen Wayne, and you're listening to 92.7 WBWC. Respect or get wrecked.
I'm gonna win. Yes, I'm gonna win. And I'll light the fuse, and I'll never lose. And I choose to survive, whatever it takes. You won't pull ahead, I'll keep up the pace. And I'll reveal my strength to the whole human